I like to think about NATO as a house. When you start with a house, you have a foundation. And NATO's foundation is the common values and the shared values that the members have. That's why they are members of NATO. That shared values, which brought them together in 1949, sustained them even after the Cold War was ended and brought in new members, continues to be the very foundation of NATO. On top of that foundation, just like every other house, are two pillars. One is the pillar of collective defense. You know that this has been the central mission of NATO from the very beginning. Article 5 says that an attack against one is an attack against all, and that remains a core principle and a core purpose of this alliance. But there is a second pillar that over time has become more important. It's the pillar of cooperative security, the realization that it's not only necessary to defend our territory and populations against old threats, but also new threats, but it is even more important that we create a circumstances and a situation in the world in which security is enhanced. And NATO needs to be part of that effort. It needs to be part of the effort of working together with other countries, with other organizations around the world to build security, both in the neighborhood in which NATO lives, but also around the globe. Because today, our threats are no longer just here and in Europe or in the Atlantic area. They can come from anywhere around the world and affect our security and our safety here at home, whether that is malicious cyber activities or long-range ballistic missiles or terrorists trained in faraway places. These threats now confront us, and we need to find a way to deal with those threats before they occur, or if they do occur, to mitigate them by working with others. So collective defense and collective and cooperative security are the two pillars of the house that NATO built. There's a common roof that brings it all together, that makes NATO a different organization. It makes it an alliance rather than a coalition of the willing. We have a common command structure that is manned and staffed by people from all countries that make up NATO. We have common capabilities. We buy airplanes and other capabilities together. We fund them in common in order to allow us to operate together in better ways. And we have common operations that we work together. So the roof brings the whole thing together. The house that NATO builds is built on shared values that provides for collective defense and cooperative security and a common capability and common command structure that puts it all together. That house was built in 1949. It was sturdy throughout the Cold War, and in the 21st century it is going to be as vital to our security of the United States and every other country of NATO as it has been for the 61 years that it has been in existence.